1988, South Korean 51 coin, the rice of resilience, a complete bilingual history. Welcome to Old World Coins Vault. Here, we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Old World Coins Vault. The 1988 South Korean 51 coin was not just an ordinary piece of currency. It was a symbol that reflected the nation's hard work, endurance, and progress. The rice plant depicted on the coin represents Korea's deep agricultural traditions and the dedication of its people. For centuries, rice has been a vital part of Korea's economy and culture, which is why it was prominently featured on this coin. This coin was issued during a time when South Korea was rapidly developing and emerging as a strong economy on the global stage. The year 1988 was especially significant because Seoul hosted a major international sporting event that drew worldwide attention to the country. During that period, the 51 coin was widely used in everyday life. People used it to pay bus fares, buy small items, and conduct daily transactions in shops. The design of the coin is simple yet meaningful. On one side, rice stalks are clearly shown, symbolizing prosperity, food security, and stability. On the other side, the numerical value 50 and inscriptions in the Korean language are displayed. This design serves as a reminder that despite Korea's rapid industrial growth, its roots remain deeply connected to agriculture and hardworking communities. Over time, this coin became more than just a means of payment. It turned into a historical keepsake. Today, when someone holds a 1988 51 coin, they are essentially touching a small piece of Korea's story, one of struggle, development, and hope. Thus, the 1988 51 coin is far more than a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of a nation's resilience, determination, and progress. This is no ordinary coin. The 1988 South Korean 51 coin is actually a witness to one of the greatest economic miracles in human history, the miracle in which South Korea rose from the ashes of war's destruction to become one of the world's powerful economies. Let us begin at the beginning. After the devastating Korean War, 1950 to 1953, South Korea was one of the poorest countries on earth. Cities lay in ruins, people starved, and the currency was in chaos. The old won had collapsed, so the government introduced the hwan in 1953. But inflation was so bad that by 1962, they had to start over again with a new won system. One new won equals 10 old hwan. The Bank of Korea, founded in 1950, took charge of rebuilding the money system step by step. By the late 1960s, South Korea's economy started growing under President Park Chung-hee's ambitious 5-year plans. Factories rose, exports boomed, but people still needed small coins for daily life, buying rice, vegetables, bus tickets. The old coins were too few and too worn. So in 1972, the Bank of Korea decided to introduce a brand new 51 coin. It was not just any coin. It was specially designed to celebrate food and farming. The masterminds behind this coin were the talented artists at the Korean Mint, now Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation in Daejeon. Designers Kang Bak and Oh Dong-hwan created the modern clean side with the big number 50. Engraver Jo Byung-soo carved the beautiful rice stalks on the other side. These men were not famous worldwide, but their work still circulates in millions of hands today. The coin was officially released on December 1, 1972, exactly on the day chosen to give hope to a nation that had known hunger. Why rice? Because in 1968, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, had asked every country to issue coins showing food crops. Korea listened proudly. Rice is not just food in Korea, it is life itself. For thousands of years, Korean farmers prayed to the rice god, sang harvest songs, and measured wealth in bags of rice. After the war, South Korea faced severe food shortages. The government launched the Samal Undong, New Village Movement, to modernize farming. The rice stalk design was a promise: we will never go hungry again. That is why this coin is often called the FAO 51, even though it is regular circulation money. The 1988 version you hold is exactly the same beloved design, just minted in the historic year 1988. Now let us look closely at the front side, the side with 1988, Big 50, and Hangugenheng. This side tells the story of modern Korea's trust in its institutions. The Bank of Korea was born in the middle of war in 1950. Its job was to stabilize the currency, control inflation, and support the miracle on the Han River. By 1988, South Korea had become the 11th largest economy in the world. The simple, bold numbers on this side were chosen deliberately, easy for children, farmers, and foreign visitors to read. No fancy pictures, just clear facts. This is worth 51, minted in 1988 by the Bank of Korea. It represents order, reliability, and the new Korea that was about to host the 1988 Seoul Olympics. While the world watched athletes, this coin was quietly buying street food for millions of proud Koreans. The year 1988 was special. The Olympics brought billions of dollars, new roads, new pride. Your coin was born in that golden year, one of 53 million pieces minted that year alone. The metal itself is nickel brass, 70% copper, 18% zinc, 12% nickel, strong, shiny, and cheap to produce. Diameter 21.6 millimeters, weight exactly 4.16 grams, with a milled, grooved edge, so it feels solid in your pocket. Every detail was planned by the Korean mint engineers, so the coin would last decades in circulation. This front side also carries a silent political message. After decades of Japanese occupation, 1910 to 1945, and war, Korea wanted its own modern identity. Using pure Hangul script, no Chinese characters, showed national pride. The Bank of Korea name in big letters reminded every citizen, your government is strong, your money is safe. In 1988, when Korea was opening to the world, this simple design helped foreigners understand the value instantly. Now we turn to the back side, the heart of this coin, the side that makes collectors smile and reminds every Korean of their roots. Here you see elegant rice stalks curving gracefully, forming a perfect V shape. Some say it looks like victory or abundance. 3 full ears of rice bend toward the bottom, with delicate grains detailed so finely you can almost count them under light. No words on this side, just pure symbolism. This design has remained unchanged since 1972 because it is timeless. Rice represents survival, prosperity, and the unbreakable spirit of the Korean people. After the Korean War, rice production was a national emergency. In the 1950s, South Korea imported most of its rice, a humiliating reminder of weakness. President Park's government poured money into irrigation, fertilizers, new seeds, like the famous Tongil hybrid rice in 1971, and the Samal Undong campaign that rebuilt thousands of villages. By the 1980s, South Korea achieved rice self-sufficiency, a massive victory. The rice on your 1988 coin celebrates that triumph. It was also part of the global FAO coin program, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, which encouraged nations to honor agriculture on money. South Korea joined proudly in 1972, making this one of the longest-running FAO-themed circulation coins in the world. Every time a Korean used this coin to buy a bowl of rice at a market stall, they carried a tiny monument to their country's rise from poverty. The designers chose rice deliberately over other symbols. In Korean culture, rice is sacred. Sale means life force. Ancient folklore tells of rice gods blessing fields. Harvest festivals like Chuseok revolve around it. The stalks bending low symbolize humility and gratitude for a good yield. The V shape? Many interpret it as victory over hunger or the shape of Korea's mountains and rivers feeding the fields. Engraver Jo Byung-soo spent hours perfecting those tiny grains to look realistic yet artistic, a blend of tradition and modernity that mirrors South Korea itself in 1988. In 1988, this coin was everywhere during the Seoul Olympics. Visitors from around the world bought snacks, rode subways, and tipped street vendors with these 51 pieces. While sprinters raced and gymnasts flipped on TV, ordinary Koreans used this coin daily, a quiet symbol that the nation had moved from aid recipient to host of the world's biggest sporting event. That year alone, the Korean Mint produced 53 million pieces, one of the higher mintages in the series, making it common but historically special. The Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation, Comesco, in Daejeon, struck every single one. Founded after independence, Comesco handles all Korean coins and banknotes. In 1988, they used modern presses, but kept the old-school craftsmanship for details like the rice texture. No errors are famously known for 1988. It's a clean, high-quality issue. Now, the big question you asked. International market value. It is a common circulation coin with huge mintage. Current real-world prices, from reliable sources like Numista, NGC Coin Price Guide, eBay sales, and collector sites in 2026. In average circulated condition, what most people have, like yours from a glove, $100 to $350. In uncirculated UNC shiny condition, $350 to $2,000 top graded, like NGCMS 65 or better. Very rare for this coin. Up to $5 to $8 million exceptional cases. Those stories are myths or confusion with rare gold/silver commemoratives or error coins from other countries. Even proof or special sets from 1988 Olympics are low value unless certified high grade. In international auctions or USA markets, you might get $1,000 for a nice one. It's a beautiful, meaningful piece of history, not a treasure chest. The real value is in the story. This tiny coin helped fuel South Korea's transformation into a tech giant, Samsung, Hyundai, K-pop. From war ruins in 1953 to Olympic glory in 1988, and now a top 10 global economy, your 1988-51 was there every step, buying meals, paying fares, building dreams.